Not too far away from us, there is an Amish market where you can buy bulk produce along with Amish built furniture and other bulk items, bulk grocery items. So I decided to go check it out to get some summer peaches so that I can get ready preserving for this winter. Unfortunately, when I got there, it was pretty close to closing time, so I didn't have much time to look around. But I did see that they have bulk flour and bulk grains, and I picked up a bag of King Arthur Baking Company flour for my husband. And each box was $33, so I spent $132 on peaches. Let's see what I get up to with all these peaches. Here's what I preserved for my 4 boxes of peaches. Also, over this last week, we ate 3 peach cobblers, sliced peaches on top of cereal and on top of ice cream, a peach chicken recipe for dinner one night. I asked my kids if they're sick of peaches yet. They said maybe they're getting close. I jarred up 15 pints of peach jam, 4 pints of peach vanilla syrup. My kids go through a lot of jam with peanut butter jelly sandwiches and with toast. So I thought I would make some peach jam. If you're going to use store-bought pectin to make jam to help it thicken up, it's a good idea to use the recipe that's included with your specific brand of pectin. I made some peach vanilla syrup, which is something I made a long time ago. Basically, it's the same amount of peaches and sugar as you would find in a jam recipe, but you don't add extra pectin and you add some vanilla in it as well. This is so delicious on pancakes or on ice cream or mixed up with seltzer water to make a fun drink. And I'm sure there's a dozen other ways that you could use this delicious syrup as well. 10-gallon bags of flash frozen peach slices. To flash freeze peaches, you just need to slice them and spread them out on a metal sheet so that they're not touching, because anything that's touching will be stuck together. You then put them in a deep freezer to freeze them as quickly as possible. And then once they're frozen, you transfer them to freezer safe bags. These peaches are going to be delicious for my kids to snack on when they want something cold and juicy instead of a popsicle. They're also good for throwing into smoothies or using to bake into baked goods as well. This way of preserving is not the longest term method for preserving. These will last a good couple of months, but my kids are going to go through them really quickly. If you wanted them to last longer, parboiling and skinning them is a good idea. I decided to store frozen peach pie filling. My friend in Kansas had done this, and it makes me think of her. Peach pie isn't something I normally make, but I'm sure that I will if I have peach pie filling frozen. The pie filling can also be used for cobblers or fruit crumble or any other peach dessert with a crust or a topping. To make the pie filling, I removed the skin from the peaches and measured out about 6 cups of sliced peaches, along with a 1/3 cup of white sugar, a 1/3 cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and about 2 tablespoons of flour to help it all thicken up when you cook it. Also a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon and a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg if you want those spices. I just decided to do one batch of bottled peaches. So we got 7 quarts. I'm going to show you what we have set up so that we can have everything all ready for the whole process and we don't have to stop it all in the middle. So we have our peaches. We have our Ball Blue Book with our instructions, a citric acid soak to put the peaches in so that they will not discolor. We've got our chicken bowl that all the scraps and the brown spots and the skins are going into. Cutting boards and knives. We've got our jars that we're gonna pack. This is 7 jars to fill up the canner one time. Okay, then I've got my canner warming up. Our sugar syrup, we are using just a light sugar syrup, a small pan to warm up the lids in. And here's our rack and our lid lifter and jar lifter. And here's the rings. There's the ladle for putting the syrup in the jars. Overall, it took me about 4 days of solid work to get me through my 4 boxes of peaches. We did end up losing a handful to mold, and I think that if I had gotten any more boxes, that unless I had all hands on deck the whole time working on them, I probably would have ended up losing a lot more by the time I got through more boxes. I just keep remembering about how one time I was watching Martha Stewart, and she was telling the guest about this like outrageous, huge gingerbread house mansion that she made one time, and how it just was like out of control. It was just like an out of control idea, like this idea of buying 4 boxes of peaches and processing them, and how she laughed and said, yeah, that her husband wanted a divorce.
Based on the gingerbread house.
It was pretty soon after that gingerbread house project that her husband wanted a divorce. So I'm glad we're almost done with peaches, and I'm glad that we're still having fun with the peaches. If you like this video, check out this other video I did of everything that we were cooking with our homegrown tomatoes last summer, or all the ways that we were preserving our tomatoes last summer. See you next time.